Well, we didn't necessarily expect this at the end of the last episode, but we're going into the final 2 games of the season knowing if we win them both, we win automatic promotion. However, they are against the teams placed 2nd and 3rd in the league. And they're both away from home, so it's going to be challenging. Hello and welcome to part 53 of It's Coming Home. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have the 2 biggest games of the season. We're away from home against 2nd place Chester and 3rd place Chester and 2nd place Fylde. And that's right, with 2 games to go, we're top of the league. It hasn't even been a spectacular run to get there either. We've won our last 4 games. We've struggled to win them. I mean, look at some of these late goals. Against York, we were 1-0 down. We scored in the 84th and the 95th minute. Against Telford, 0-0 after 88 minutes. We scored in the 88th and the 92nd minute. We actually were a little bit more convincing against Boreham Wood, but only won by 1 goal. It's been... I feel like I'm backdoor Keving it. But I don't want to say that just yet because I know full well there's very little chance of us beating Chester and Fylde. So I'm trying not to get my hopes up. If we have a look at how the season preview has changed, we've chopped all the way down to 9th. At one point, we were one of the favourites for automatic promotion this year with Chester and Billericay. I don't know where it went wrong for us to force us all the way down here, but it's now come down to Chester, Holme and Fylde. Chester, I guess, would be the favourites. They've got a home game against us. They know if they win both their games, they win the league. But we also know if we win both our games, we win the league. And Fylde know if they win both their games, they win the league. So it's going to be an interesting 15 minutes or so, I think, while we see how this season is going to end up. And this is going to be the team that we take to Chester in the desperate hope that we don't bottle it. I mean, the playoffs is what we were aiming for this season. We've already qualified for them. It would not be a disaster if we ended up in the playoffs. But Football Manager's doing it to me again. It's dangling a little bit of hope in front of my eyes, even though intellectually and logically I know it's very unlikely we're going to finish top of the league. I can see that it's possible. We just need 2 big performances. And we're going in with Civitar in goal, a back four of Webber, Proctor, Sass Davis and Daly Campbell, with Phillips at the base of the midfield, Lerick Fernandez and Wolf in the centre of midfield, and a front 3 of Tyler, Powell and Stanley. Just give us a good performance, lads. I think that should be my team talk. Is that an option? I want us to look like we tried. I don't want a repeat of the FA Trophy semi-final second leg that you all saw in the last episode. As long as we don't capitulate like that, I don't mind the playoffs. But if we go into them off the back of 2 5-0 defeats, that Mick Powell's played 59 games this season. Holy smokes, he's playing too much football. That's ridiculous. If we get absolutely battered twice, then we're not going to have any momentum or confidence going into the playoffs. So, as a minimum, I think we need to draw these 2 games and see if that's enough. We can potentially clinch the title here with a win. Oh, don't tell me that. So if we win and Fylde lose, I guess we win the league in the first of the 2 games. It's not. I don't want to say I'm expecting nothing less. We're favourites for a reason. We're not, how can we be favourites? Chester are still favourites to win the league. All the best out there. No, I expect nothing but a win. We've been on a good run lately, so go out there and impress me. Can we do that passionately? We can. Let's do that. We've motivated Matty Wolf, and that's all I really wanted out of that team talk. Matty Wolf is a motivated man, and now I've delayed long enough. We just cross our fingers. We got a media report, email thing before the match saying how Chester had sold 4,500 tickets. They're expecting a sellout. And then at the bottom, the last little note was, and 40 of those fans are expected to be from home. Now, looking behind that goal, I think there's more than 40 home fans in. Fernandez, we've won a penalty. Mick Powell steps up to take a penalty after 16 minutes. This could be so important. Mick, do not mess it up or I'll never forgive you. Mick Powell scores. Oh, I never doubted him. 31st goal of the season for Mick Powell. And we're 1-0 up. And as it stands right now, I think we're champions. I don't think we are, actually. We need to... No, I don't know what the goal difference is between us and Fylde. I'm not even going to look at that. I don't even want to know about that. I don't want to be thinking in terms of winning the league today. I want to be thinking in terms of not losing against Chester. That's our main priority right now. And we still have an awfully long way to go because it's 1-1 immediately. Look at all those home fans behind the goal. You're not telling me that's only 40 people. But they have hit back immediately. Chester won, home won after 17 minutes. And I don't know what instruction to give. What shall I shout from the touchline? Keep scoring goals, lads. Or words to that effect. That's what I really want to say. In reality, I wouldn't say anything. So perhaps it's best that I don't say anything. I'm just going to stand here and watch and let them figure it out for themselves. Because it's all on them now. I've done my bit. It's down to them. I shouldn't be getting involved. Stanley. Can he... I mean... He's had an effort from range and it's tested their goalkeeper, and it's good to see some nice positive play for Connor Stanley, who you're getting to see play for the first time in ages. He's probably played about 50 games this season, but you haven't seen him for like 2 weeks because he just always seems to drift out of the team during episodes. But these are obviously big games. We've got our big players in, so Connor Stanley is definitely going to be part of that. Right, let's have a little look at what's going on with Fylde. So Fylde are drawing 0-0 at home to Wrexham. I don't know where Wrexham are in the league. I don't care. Let's be passionate. We've been the better team. Just keep what you're doing, and we'll be fine. It's a bit of a lie, but Matty Wolf is still motivated. Wrexham are just outside the playoffs, so we need Wrexham to really try and push for a playoff spot and do one over Fylde, and then we need a last gasp winner. It would be lovely. No, don't think in terms of what might be nice today. Let's focus on this match. Oh, Chester have definitely had the better chances. They've had 12 shots to our 3, although we are slightly edging possession. But I think we need to... What can I do? I'm not going to do anything. Webber. I'm struck by indecision. Powell's just hit the post. It baffles me how often 5'9" Mick Powell wins headers from corners. If he was a little bit taller, he'd be playing in the Championship, I have no doubt. And of course, if he was less massively inconsistent. Right, we're going to take off Matty Wolf, the motivated man. So we can't take off Fernandez, but I want to get Lewis O'Brien on because he offers something different in the midfield. Plus, there's always the opportunity of him just sticking a free kick into the top corner, which is something I'd like to see. I don't know about you. We're also going to bring on Tilly for Tyler, just again to offer fresh legs, a bit of pace down that left-hand side, and now we want to show some passion. We've got 15 minutes left to potentially win the league because Fylde have gone behind in their game. Fylde are losing to Wrexham, so we genuinely have a 10-minute window of opportunity to win the league. Kai Brown has scored some late goals for us recently. You're not going to slaughter me for taking off Mick Powell in these circumstances, but I'm feeling Kai Brown at the moment. That's either going to be a massive shout or you're all going to call me idiots. But, I mean, in the circumstances now, a draw here becomes a good result. With Fylde losing, it means we could potentially go there and draw and still win the league. We obviously don't want to do it with 2 draws. There is Brown. Oh, he's been clattered there. But that's the running, as Kai Brown as a pressing forward gives us, that we don't really get from Mick Powell because that's not what we're telling him to do. But I don't know if he could do it, even if we told him to. Now's the time to experiment, probably. 1-1 away against the best team in the league. Absolutely not a disaster. You were unlucky. I don't want to shout at them because I think it was a decent result. And now we've got a 2-week wait before the game away against Fylde. But we have a 2-point gap on them. I don't know who Chester are playing on the last day. Let's have a little look. How do we get to that? That's the screen I'm looking for. So on the last day, we're away against Fylde. Chester are away against Boreham Wood, who are going to be fighting for their lives to try and stay in the playoffs. We want Boreham Wood to do us a favour. I mean, forget any of that. We want to go and beat Fylde. Wrexham have just done it. We can go and do it. But a 2-point gap going into the last day of the season with the best goal difference of everyone involved as well is pleasant. No changes then for the big game against Fylde. Full disclosure, I feel a little bit sick. We could be about to make it into the Football League. Oh, my word, but we could also be doing such a massive bottle job. We've got Mick Pugh available to sit on the bench again. He's still not fit enough to start. I don't think I would start him even if he was, because obviously he was the player we brought in to play the 4-2-3-1, and we're in excellent current form playing the 4-3-3. However, if things aren't going our way, we do now have the option to switch things up, bring Pugh on, probably for Phillips, and go a little bit more attacking if we need to. But, oh, please just let it be straightforward. Oh, I feel sick. Positives, even if we absolutely bottle this, we're going to be in one of the stronger positions in the playoffs. So that'll be nice. I had to press submit team 3. Oh, my hands are sweaty. I don't know if I was even doing it right. I'm terrified. This is all about to go wrong. Right. We've brought our same loyal 40 fans with us again for this game, according to the pre-season thingy. Right. I did a good team meeting midweek by taking the pressure off. I want to be passionate. Title will be ours if we manage a win. They listened keenly. I mean, don't get too excited, lads. You could be about to become professional footballers in the Football League. But, you know, let's not get too carried away. I'm a wreck here, but you lot aren't bothered. They're just composed. What? Composed and motivated. What a bunch of players we've put together here. Webber's anxious and angry, but now motivated again. And I'm terrified. Oh, free kick. 15 minutes in, Civita had it covered. All 5'8" of him had it covered all the way. Chester are losing against Boreham Wood. Chester are pretty much out of the equation at this point. Oh, Chester have equalised immediately. I still feel like Chester are out of the equation because of their goal difference. The title goes to whoever wins this match. Even if this match is a draw and Chester win, we still win the league. So Chester need to beat their team by more than we beat. Mansfield have come from somewhere. Mansfield can't get above us as it stands, though. What an uneventful first half. Right, deep breaths. What on earth do I do here? We've been the better team here. We have been the better team. We haven't been the better team. But, you know, they're listening keenly. That's important. Just carry on as you are. As long as, I mean, so if Chester go ahead in their game, we've still got a better goal difference than them. So you could argue playing for the draw, unless Chester go 4-0 up, or 4-1 up, I guess, playing for the draw is the right thing to do. But we're not capable of doing that. And Fylde knocking the ball around beautifully and having a shot. And we've only had 2 shots in the entire game. There is sweat dripping off the palms of my hands. I don't understand. I've never been this nervous about a Football Manager game. My pulse is I'm doing 104 beats a minute, sat on a chair in my garage. I'm a man who is diagnosed with high blood pressure. This isn't safe for me to be doing. Right. Take a breather. Take a breather. We've got Lewis O'Brien on the bench. He is definitely coming on. We're going to bring him on for Matty Wolf just to do Lewis O'Brien things. And we're also going to bring... Oh, we don't have Tilly on the bench. I wanted to bring Tilly on for Tyler. You know what? I'm going to bring on Kai Brown and stick him out there as an inside forward on attack. Just because I like the way he runs around a lot. He's a good run-arounder, Fernandez. Oh, second bite at the cherry. It goes just over. Chester are now ahead in their game, but only by 1 goal. So as it stands, they're level on points with us, but we're still top of the league. 10 minutes left to go. Are we really going to backdoor Kev this? Mick Powell is not playing well. We have Mick Pugh, who can play as a striker, but he's not fit. No, that's a bad idea. We're going to leave Pugh on the bench. We're just going to leave things as they are. I could bring Pugh on for Phillips and try and win the game, but I feel like that's probably a bad idea when we're not losing it and we don't need to win it. We just need to not lose it. So going more attacking at this point could be insane. So let's not do that. But are we inviting Fylde to come and grab a late winner? Sass Davis, over to Proctor. My heart is thumping. Oh, 106 beats a minute now. Mick Powell is in but can't get there. And the game just goes on. Is it healthy to have pains in my left arm playing Football Manager? Yikes. Please end the game. Oh, don't score here. I'll be so upset. Oh, the worst thing that has ever happened to me. Right. We need to make that change that we already talked about and probably should have done. Phillips is coming off. Pugh is coming on. And we're going to swap those 2 over. We're going to... Have I left this too late? I'm going to be so upset if we throw it away in the last 10 minutes. bearing in mind we had no right to ever be in with a chance for the title because we haven't been there. Until this episode, we've not been in the battle. It's just everyone else bottling it has let us in. I'm slightly less sweaty now, actually. Gone down to 101 beats a minute as I'm starting to realise it's not going to happen. The dream isn't going to come true. I don't need to see that again. That's a nightmare moment. Looks like we've got the playoffs on Monday, boys and girls. Let's show some passion. There's a lot of anxious players on that pitch now. But we've got Pew on. Can we have a late hero? We've scored some late goals recently. A late goal now would make a hero. It's not going to happen, is it? Right, we've got 15 seconds left. O'Brien. Can't find Webber, and I think that's probably time run out now. I think we're going to see a final whistle any second, and we're going to finish third, which is the best we've ever finished. Lerick Fernandez. No, and that is it. So near, and yet so far. Oh. Just got, yeah. Can't fault them, other than the fact that it was a poor performance. But we've got to pick ourselves up for the playoffs now, which I don't think we have to play in the first round of the playoffs because we finished in the top 3. I think it works the way it does at the slightly lower levels, where it will now be Wrexham against Mansfield, Halifax against Aldershot, and then we'll get the winner of Aldershot against Halifax. Fylde get the winner of Mansfield against Wrexham, then the winner of all them meets in the final, which I don't even know if it's at Wembley. Chester, though, pre-season favourites, have won the league. Let's just confirm what I was just saying and do the draw, which I don't think we're in, so we're not going to see anything anyway. I think it's just a one-leg semi-final and then a one-leg final if we get there, which is, I mean, it's a big if with the blow that we've just taken. I feel gutted. So that's 2 episodes in a row now that have ended in a really sad way. Are we going to make it a hat-trick with the playoffs? Which we'll do all the playoffs in one go on Monday's video. So we'll do the semi-final, and if we get there, we'll do the final as well. But, So, yeah, we play either Aldershot or Halifax, like I was saying. So that will be next Saturday. And I think we get to play at home as well, because we finished higher in the league. And then the final, if we get there, presumably is at Wembley. Although in the lower down leagues, it would now be back to Fylde for the final. Because you go... Well, see you on Monday then. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.